let him cook. I said, let him cook! Look at this Orochi, my friends. Such an old robot, just breezing through, killing everything in its path. Like they used to say with Mike Tyson, like a hot knife through butter. Snap! That's how we do it in the Manitown, boys. And yeah, the Orochi with a full guide for the Orochi. I haven't really done many robot guides in the last months, but I'm doing one now and also one more other guide coming up. And you're gonna see a lot of different gameplay. You're gonna see the electric weapons, which charge battleships very quickly. You're gonna see the sonic weapons here, Howler, Screamer, Growler, right? Yeah, also, you're gonna see what typical Orochi fashion does, throwing people into abyss. There's nothing better to do than this. So welcome, ladies and gents, to my full and complete Orochi guide. Showing you what weapons you can use, what drones make sense, what pilot skills are useful, and so on. A full guide. So we are using this guy here who converts more damage into dot defense, speed increase, durability increase. We're taking basically every durability and resistance skill with us that we can. Also recharging modules faster and more durability once more. Best drones are definitely, one of them is the Seeker drone. It's great to have this quantum radar. You usually get close. Armadillo drone works extremely well on the Orochi on deployment speed, and then you get more defense points for kill and capture beacons. The whiteout drone is an interesting choice that I'm going with in this video. It's maybe not the best meta drone, but you can counter enemies very well with its surprising EMP. The Ting drone is extremely useful when you're running the electric weapons, you're doing more damage, longer lockdown. The Ruko drone is basically the drone that came with the Orochi. It is meant to be used for the Orochi. Definitely a great drone to use, so when you have that, you can absolutely use this one. Having more immunities with the dot damage. The Shade drone gives you a second last stand, more speed on low durability, and so on. So it's definitely a good contender as well. And the lockdowner, or sorry, paralysis drone will allow you to lock down enemies, and on module use gives you defense points. When it comes to weapons, we have atomizer, mace, igniter, all weapons Havoc that bring a lot of damage output in a short time. The arm weapons, the Mokwan, the Kirin combo, this Drescher, Growler, Porthos, everything you see here, and this is something a lot of people are running, the Porthos, because it repairs 30% of the damage that you're doing for yourself. The Ion, basically any ultimate weapon for that matter, Noir or these things, Labris, Hazard, great weapons if you want to stay further away. Corona for shotguns, of course the ultimate version would be better. And last but not least, Skadi is halfway useful, and Taran really if you don't have anything better, which is unlikely. Unstable Conduit, definitely currently the most broken thing. And then the immune amplifiers when you're running this combo. If you're not running the combo with it, then you would go with a repair unit and the last stand, okay? If you're not running the Unstable Conduit for immunity. The module will give you 30 defense points later and 7% more HP if you have this all maxed out, which I don't, okay? So one thing that the Orochi can do extremely well is from the first second of gameplay having control over beacons. You're running around extremely fast. You have a lot of health. Look, we have more than 500,000 HP at this point. And we can brawl. We're really tanky with the conversion of dot damage that we take into dot damage, which we are resistant against. This is how the Orochi works. Look, I was just fighting a much more up-to-date robot than I am, the Raptor here, with these weapons. And I'm gotten him down to last stand. I'm unfortunately locked, which means I currently don't want to use my ability. And now we're doing it. So we lost 100,000 health, but we, or not even, only 50,000 because we can repair it back. And we dropped an entire Raptor, right? So that is crazy. Just think about how much power that is. And with the mobility, the Orochi is not yet out of the game, guys. It is still having its reason to exist. Upcoming is a little bit of an annoying thing. Everybody I shoot at is going into stealth now. Like this guy, bop, stealth. This guy, bop, stealth. Okay, great. This guy, shield. Can't shoot anybody. Very annoying. And I still unloaded my weapons on them. Then he's phase shifting. Still haven't done 1 point of damage. Was not possible. But at least I can shoot them all away. Yep. I can send them all flying. That's what an Orochi can do as well. And you see we're taking a lot of damage now, converting some of that back in dot. And then also we're brawling against the, what's it called here? The Bagliore. And nicely is that I got a Demeter jump on, and I just snapped my HP back to 500,000 with the unstable conduit nonsense. It is really nonsense, I have to say. But here I EMP'd the Raptor, which is probably why he hasn't jumped in such a long time. If you are wondering why my enemies are not using their abilities, why they seem to be sitting there and taking unnecessary damage, it's because of the whiteout drone. Just keeping them away or unable to use their ability, that is actually a big deal, guys. And the whiteout drone does that not just once, you know? So, absolutely great drone, I think, for the Orochi. Not every robot can utilize this drone very well. This one can do it. Also here, Ravana, you were maybe wondering why he wasn't using his Transcendence abilities for a while. Well, that's because he couldn't. And now he was able to, so he used it 3 times in a row. Okay. So we only have 200 meters range with Havoc, but we definitely control their base here very well. Unfortunately though, the next what's gonna happen is the Titan will spawn in, and that is when I can no longer fight back. You know, there's not really much I can do. So we're going forward here. You see there's a Titan, he spawned in, and I'm trying to get away from him, getting a little closer, killing that Ravager, or trying to do it, but he goes into stealth, and then it turns out the Titan is following me, unfortunately, and is killing me. So, there goes the Havoc variant, okay? 9.3 million damage, heavy damage done. So, let's go with another very popular build, Shifang, Liming, and so on, right? These electric weapons. They can lock you down passively, and they also deal, well, I would say, some damage. They do more damage when you have more enemies in front of you, because they are able to hit every enemy in an arc in front of you. So that's kind of what they need in order to do good damage. Most of the time, obviously, you don't have 3 guys sitting in front of you in this short range. But it doesn't mean we can't have a great match here. And this is also the one where I showed you in the intro, where we just run through and kill everything. But it was, full disclosure, with the help of the Frederick battleship, right? So I noticed there's enemies coming from all angles, and I also noticed that there's a beacon that we don't have. And so why not use the strength of our Orokochi's movement ability to come in. Now we're activating the Frederick battleship, basically super quickly killing this guy, and then we're pushing enemies in front of us, making sure they stay right in front of us, while with the Frederick battleship we can do a ton of damage and just knock enemies out of the game. And by the way, battleship is ready again, right? This is one of those rare situations where you have enough enemies in front of you, you hit them simultaneously, and you get all that damage boost. So now we have more damage running from the battleship again. So I killed the Fenrir in a nice drive-by. Unfortunately, this guy was not coming out of his ability, so I was not able to hit him, and now I'm locked in the worst of all positions, right in front of everybody. But again, the unstable conduit is gonna fix it, because Pixonic says it's good, it's allowed, it's fine when you just become invincible if you're just willing to spend all those power cells for it. Then it's fine, it's okay, you can be invincible from all other players, you know? That is just really weird. So I thought maybe let's just go for their home beacon. I don't often do this on this map, but you can do it very well with the Orochi. Look how far I was able to cross, taking a bit of damage, but converting it into dot, being resistant against it, still having more than 500,000 HP. And now I'm forcing the enemy to come to me, right? That's something you can do when you have short-range weapons. It's a guide, so let me give you that a bit of info. If you have short-range weapons and you're struggling to get enemies close to you, you can make them come to you if you just bring this. So, battleship activated, more damage coming now, and now I'm interested in getting more people in front of me, right? With the damage output coming from this robot, as well as the increased one from the Frederick, yeah, we can very quickly restore our battleship use one more time. Okay, there's a Leo in behind us. That's gonna be a problem. But I'm just gonna take care of these guys. Again, battleship on me, more damage loaded, and 3 enemies in front of me, or 2 of them in this case. Oh my goodness, look how much damage he's taking. Yo, I just did 350,000 damage to him with the electric weapons. This is rare, ladies and gents. Look how I just carried the game with this one Orochi from the start till now, right? The enemy is pushed into their base. I captured the whole map. Yeah, I was able to charge the Titan, the battleship multiple times. Absolutely insane setup, friends. And even though it is an older robot, still worth going for, I think, right? Titan Slayer, boom, I just snacked that guy too. Alright, almost gotten him. Oh, there's a Crisis. Almost gotten him as well. Uh-oh, I see that there's the enemy guy coming up with his Mauler Titan. And this is one thing that I've seen many times. They will not let off of you. They won't. They just stay with you the whole time. You dash away, they dash after, and you just can't shake them off because they're also too fast. But now at least I got some backup. And the enemy team has lost this battle anyways. Nice kill here at the end. So, how much do you think we have done in this match, friends? Let's see. Alright. Okay. And 6 million damage. 7 beacons capped. That is typically something I don't do, right? I don't typically capture this many beacons, but the Orochi is one of those robots that allows you to do this. Also, I never go for the center beacon on Shenzhen. I hate it because it's basically suicide to do this. Not with the Orochi. Typically this guy can do it, you know? And I was EMP'd, and so is he. I'm sure he was EMP'd as well, because he came into my EMP drone. Now, unfortunately, here I'm eating a ton of damage from the sword unit, but I can get it back. Just all I have to do is spend power cells, then it's fine. So we have a 10-second reload, so I'm not using the battleship just yet. I will use it in a second, though, after the reload. So battleship on me, here we go. And full damage output with the Frederick helping at the same time. That is just nuts, dude. Oh, man. Oh, this is good damage. It's a very short moment and I'm getting killed because I'm in the middle of the enemy base. But yeah, very good. So, one more time, ladies and gents. Another switch. I show you 3 setups here. The third one is this one. Also, by the way, did you see that the sword unit can't attack me? Because the sword unit has a problem. It needs to get close to swing his sword at me. But it doesn't work when I keep pushing him away all the time, you know? So the Orochi has a built-in defense system against the sword unit. When he jumps on you, you can just activate your ability and you're gonna be fine. Now, this guy would have walked into safety, but with the mobility of the Orochi, that is not a can-do. He's just getting killed. Same as this guy. There's the sword unit that just did something. Now he had phase shift and stealth, and he still wasn't able to get back into his next ability use. So that's what I call a really successful run. Now we're meanwhile getting attacked by a Shenlu and the electric weapons. He was also stealth for some reason, but even him we were able to kill. So what did we kill? A Curie robot, a Shenlu, a sword unit, and a Condor in the air. 4 enemies we just dispatched off, and we're back to full HP. Almost, right? That is just so crazy, man. Yep, I stand by that statement. The Orochi is a bumper. Is a real good robot, and one that you can get if you're not able to get one of the new meta bots, but you're able to get the Orochi. It's probably not the best machine, but it is definitely useful and good to have in your hangar. As a beacon runner, as a tank, you know? And also as something that can counter certain things like the sword robot. So that is a leech. He's leeching me, and there's no point in attacking him. When you see this connection made to you, just stop firing. Otherwise, you're just going to damage yourself. The Condor used to be a robot you don't want to attack in the air, but you kind of can do it now. Oh my god, there's 2 of them on me. But I got the module back, the active module, so I'm really... Oh, very tanky, but dude, look at this focus that's on me. But somehow I'm still alive. Boop, got 200,000 HP again. I can shoot over the hill without him being able to shoot back at me. And I can essentially bring myself back to 100% HP. I can't even begin to tell you how wrong that is. That Pixonic allows this to be the case. It's so dumb. But I feel like I've stopped getting upset about it at this point. I just accept the fact that this game will never be perfect anymore because there's no interest in making it that way. But anyways, let me know what you think about my Orochi guide. There is one coming for the Orochi too. It has nothing to do with the names. I didn't decide that everything that sounds like this now gets a guide. It just somehow happens that this is what I ended up doing. Yeah, we're still killing some jocks. Battleship is ready, Frederick, so we're using it now. Getting ourselves a sweet damage boost that we can use against the Titan here. He's also locked from my battleship too. And look how much damage we're doing to him. This is, by the way, unrecoverable damage from sonic weapon sources, right? Alright, nice. Okay, so I'll be saying thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. Let me know if you learned something and if this was a useful guide for you. And yeah, catch you in the next video. Manny signing off, and bye-bye, my friends. Hold on, match is gonna be over any second now. I was a little too fast with my commentary. Okay, so there we go. 5 million damage. Not many beacons capped, apparently. But yeah, see you around. Manny off. Bye.